Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's just two movies.
Welcome back to an extra sleepy episode of It's Just Two Movies. My name is Daniel King. With me in the studio today, Birdman, fully recovered from your spell with amnesia. This is our first episode back from our break.
Yeah.
Which in real time we've yet to take.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a head injury there and it was scary.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we got you all bandaged up and
you nursed me back to health.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's not a problem, man. I would do it again, probably next year. So if you're not familiar with the show, what we do is we watch two movies. There it is.
That's it.
We watch a good one, we watch a bad one, we talk about them. That's it. How you been, man?
Good. Yeah. Not too many complaints on this side of the table.
Very good.
You know.
Yeah, this, what do you call this? It's not an octagon. 1, 2, 3.
This is a kind of a weird table.
It is an odd table. It's like a stop sign, but taller.
It's a big old tall stop sign.
Anyway,
how you been though?
So, man, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've still been recording a lot, but I've not done any editing, which has been very nice.
Well,
but now I have a bunch of editing to do. So, yeah, double-edged sword as far as that goes. Everything else is great though. Just gravy.
Just groovy and
just
gravy.
Groovy gravy.
Just living, brother.
Baby.
Just living. That's all we're doing.
Living.
I fucking hate it. I hate that.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Huh?
Me too.
Fuck that.
Are you? All right, man. So you got the selection this week.
It was my pick. I went with one of my favorite films ever, called Take Shelter from 2011.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. What would you say, in your own words, a brief description of this?
Briefly?
What would you? One or two sentences, or just like
it's about a man who is either having a premonition or a psychotic breakdown.
That's it.
Yeah, and
you
then
got it.
Hook, line, and sinker. If that doesn't do it for you, it stars Michael Shannon, who's an incredible dramatic actor.
Yeah,
it's also got Shea Wiggum in here.
Fantastic.
Shea Wiggum is like the dark mode version of Steve Zahn.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Look at you.
Thank you.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
I thought that was pretty good.
All right. So other cast members. So as we said, Michael Shannon. If you don't know who that is, just look him up. He's in a lot of great films. He's also in a lot of bad films, but I think that's just because he has a weird face.
He's very distinguished.
You know what I
looking,
mean?
You know what I mean?
A lot of unfortunately in Hollywood, a lot of people get overlooked, I think, because of their features.
Yeah,
which is shitty.
Right.
But yeah. So Michael Shannon, Jessica Chastain, Shea Wiggum,
Tova Stewart, the daughter.
Tova Stewart plays Michael Shannon's daughter. Let's see.
You got a little Katie Mixon in here.
Katie Mixon is in here. Robert Longstreet.
Kathy Baker.
And then one other name I do want to mention is Ray McKinnon.
Nice. Yeah, his brother Kyle.
Yeah.
Ka.
Yeah, so that's the cast. As I said, this is a 2011 drama sci-fi thriller.
It certainly is all those things.
It's about 2 hours. Directed and written by Jeff Nichols.
Jeff Nipples.
Jeff Nibbles. You have a little bit of box office
scallywag.
A little bit of box office info on this.
Let's see here. 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 92% Rotten Tomatoes, 85% on Metacritic, 81% of Google users. Ooh.
Okay.
Box office, $5 million.
I think that's the budget, right? No?
It says box office.
Really?
$5 million.
Okay, so I had this is just from IMDb, but it says budget estimated $5 million.
This broke even, huh?
Well, see, I have worldwide gross is $3 million, so I have it that it lost quite a bit of money.
I don't know. We'll go with that, maybe. Which is unfortunate because this movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so good. I think that about does it for the details. You want to...
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You want to jump in this pig?
So, jump in this pig.
I will never not use pig references after.
Right. After the pig episode. All right, let's get to swallowing. Pig jokes.
Pig jokes.
Get it up. Get it up, yeah.
Get them while they're hot.
Get them while they're hot off the pig.
The pig grill.
So, you got Michael Shannon.
Yep.
He's great. He's just a regular, average old.
He's like a blue collar, oil man, I guess.
Is it? What is his job? Like, what are they doing?
I think he's a supervisor for like an oil company.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I couldn't tell if it was like gravel mine or what. I don't know.
I think it's oil. I could be completely wrong. I'm just gonna look it up to see if that's actually what it is.
Yeah, I was curious
if it even says.
I was kind of trying to figure out what they do, and it's like, okay, well, they drive around machinery trucks.
Yeah, so I don't know. On the description, it just says construction, but it's not really like general construction. It's because they have a drill, right? Mm-hmm. And they're drilling into the ground. That's why I assumed it was something to do with oil. Yeah. But they're also in Ohio, so is Ohio known for...
Ohio. Oh, for oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So the first thing we see is Curtis. His name is Curtis in this. Michael Shannon is Curtis, staring at this gnarly storm.
Mm-hmm.
This oncoming storm. And he holds his hand out while it's raining, and it appears to be just kind of oily.
Right.
Like an oily substance or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately upon first viewing, you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Because it just kind of comes out. I mean, it just really...
It's off to the races.
Yeah, just right away. And then he sits down with his wife and his daughter for breakfast. And we learn that Curtis's daughter is deaf, which...
They're using ASL and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays a pretty big part into the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about an upcoming vacation. He tells her just to sign the check.
Mm-hmm.
They go on a beach vacation every year.
Oh, yeah.
We're going.
Yeah. Go ahead and cut it.
Cut it.
Yeah.
And then as Curtis leaves for work, he looks up and the sky is completely clear.
Mm-hmm.
As a viewer, you're like, what the fuck is...
Yeah, I was like, and then it's like you find out shortly after he goes to like visit his mom and there's something kind of off about her and she's in like a care home and she's not super old. She looks able-bodied.
Skipping way ahead. Okay.
Is that too far?
That's very far.
Okay. Well, sorry, I watched this cut up in like 4 different chunks today, so it might be a little scrambled.
We'll get there.
I've been very, very busy. Holiday stuff. Anyway.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he's leaving for work. Sky's completely clear. He gets to work, and meanwhile, his wife, Samantha, played by Jessica Chastain,
mm-hmm.
Great actress.
Yeah, I really do like her a lot.
Her performance in this, like both of their performances in this, just fantastic.
She's cash money in this. We did
cash money.
We did Molly's Game on the podcast.
Okay, did you do that with Will?
It was with Dave.
Dave, sorry.
And it was a great movie. I really had fun revisiting it.
Nice.
Yeah. Good flick if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I guess I need to add that to my
That's good.
Huge list.
All based on a true story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love a good true story.
Who doesn't?
Right?
It's like Fargo.
And all 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a true story. His wife, Samantha, she has some friends over. Their daughter is in the backyard playing with this, like, just some random board that has a bunch of nails in it.
Right.
Gives them a scare, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We get our first glimpse of this storm shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And this huge pile of just rubble and junk right by the storm shelter. And the wife's like, you got to clean that up. You know, we have a deaf daughter.
Right.
Like, incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And, so they that's a fun bit.
Yeah.
When I say it's fun, I mean it's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's
but...
it's just well done. The whole movie's well done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The first thing, like going back to the beginning, I just love the tone and the music. You know what I mean? Just
oh yeah.
I kind of want to look up who did the score for this, but it's so fantastic. I think it fits the film really well. Mm-hmm. Moving on. At work, Curtis's partner, his name is Dewart. Which,
right.
What? I guess I don't know if I've just never noticed it or I just thought it was Stewart.
Dewart.
But his name is Dewart.
What
a name.
What would that even be short for? Dewey? Are other people named Dewey, like Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
Maybe, yeah, I guess.
Is there a human man named Dewey?
In existence? Is there? If your name is...
then what's it short for? Well, like, what is Dewey's not... Dewey's short for something, surely.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it is short for Dewart.
Maybe?
I don't know. Just such a strange name, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird name.
That's played by Shea Wiggum, by the way. We didn't say that. But
Dark Mode Steve Zahn.
Yes, exactly. What was it again?
Dark Mode Steve Zahn.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. He's Shea Wiggum's. He's in a lot of stuff. That's really, really good.
I think to a lot of people, he's that guy, but he's not to me, just because I know him from so many other things. He was in Boardwalk Empire. He's in a couple other Jeff Nichols films. Okay, so yeah, Dewart and Curtis are at the job site. Dewart fucking warns him about the storm, the oncoming storm, and Curtis, of course, doesn't listen because he's an asshole. Mm-hmm. Not really, but
right.
But after work, man, they tie one on.
They tie one on pretty hard.
And I like Curtis is taking Dewart home, and Dewart reaches in the cooler for that last beer, and it's just a big old fucking bush.
It is like a 32-ounce bush.
Dude, I'm like, whoa. All right.
All right, look who brought the lumber. Build a new tool shed out back. My God.
And then we get kind of a dick moment from Dewart's wife. And I know she's pissed. She probably has every right to be pissed. Oh, yeah. Her husband's coming home super late. He's super drunk. But she kind of does this, like, she's making fun of his daughter because she's, like, doing the sign thing. She's making fun of Curtis's daughter almost. Not really making fun of the daughter, maybe, but just to dig at, like, him. Yeah. I don't know. It's super weird, but that's a really shitty thing to do, I feel.
Right. That is Dewart's wife, Nat.
It's
played by Katie Mixon.
Yeah, she does a really good job. She's good in this.
Yeah, because you kind of don't like her.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's great because she's super charming.
Yeah,
like in other stuff.
Yeah.
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah,
she's great in Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, she comes off kind of
likable, but she's kind of cunty in this.
Yeah, very. I don't know. She just kind of pries into everybody's business in this, and just
not real empathetic.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so after Curtis drops off Dewart, he heads home. Goes inside. And I like this moment. It's kind of a sweet moment between him and his wife. They're looking at their daughter. They're just like watching her sleep, and they talk about the things that they still do to try not to wake her. But she's deaf.
Yeah, she's like, I still whisper.
Yeah, she's like, I still whisper, and he's like, I still take off my boots, when I come into the house.
Right.
Just a sweet moment, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And their little girl is just adorable, man.
Yeah, she sure is. Cute as button. Good.
Cute as a button.
Cute as a button. It's good. It's good casting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and side note on that little girl is actually deaf.
Oh.
And so are her parents.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So none of them are fans of the show, is that?
Oh, Danny.
Got them. I'm sure they would appreciate being roasted if they knew or cared. Anyway.
Digging on that low. So this is where we get Curtis's first dream, or really, I guess they're nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
He heads to bed and he has this nightmare about just a massive storm, and his dog is like barking the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And as the viewer, you're like, shut that fucking dog up. Like, when I was watching it earlier, I was like,
I get it.
all right, man.
I get it.
But in the dream, in the nightmare, his dog attacks him.
Mm-hmm.
And he wakes up. I thought this was interesting. Like, throughout the day, that arm is bothering him because the dog attacks his arm in the dream.
Yeah.
So to him, it's almost like it was real. Like, it felt real.
Yeah.
I thought that was just an interesting addition.
Yeah.
To...
Oh, man. Yeah. His, it was like, man, I spent a lot of time the first time I ever watched this trying to work out if he was just going crazy.
Yeah. I've got a lot of thoughts on that, and I think we'll get to that. A lot of this movie is left up to the viewer, and I really like that.
Yeah.
And the directors even said that, you interpret it how you want to interpret it, which to some may seem like a cop-out. Doesn't seem that way to me.
No. This isn't missing anything.
No. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, after that first dream, he's just kind of worried about his arm.
Yeah, it's like
lingering.
It's bothering
him all day. So on the way to work, he buys a doghouse and some fencing.
Right, and fences in the dog.
Yeah, because he's really worried about this. He's just like,
I don't want to get actually attacked by the dog.
Have you ever been attacked by a dog?
Yeah, I had a dog bit my fucking ear off.
What?
A dog bit my ear off?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, when I was 7, a Dalmatian up the road bit my fucking ear off.
Holy shit, dude.
I know. We put it in a bag of ice and...
What? I don't think I've ever heard this.
Yeah, I had like 27 stitches or something.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, and luckily it fucking took back or whatever, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
You have any nightmares over that?
not a one.
Not a one.
Not a one. I'm not scared of dogs.
Wait, how old were you?
It's like 7 maybe.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. No, I might have been younger than that because I was in preschool.
I guess Dalmatians can be pretty mean.
Yeah.
Some of them,
I was like kind of fucking with it, but...
Oh, so you're the asshole.
I'm the aggressor, yeah. I was the aggressor, I'm sure, as a baby.
As a baby.
No, I guess I might have been like 4, man. I was pretty small.
Damn.
Yeah.
Huh. Don't think I've ever been attacked by a dog. Thought I was getting attacked by a dog on a run one time.
Yep.
Whew, that was fucking scary. But
I'll tell you this now, I get attacked by another Dalmatian. One of us ain't gonna make it. And I have an inkling as to who it might be. I'll fucking pawn a dog. like
Jack Black and Anchorman.
Yeah, right. Just fucking drop it like a football.
What's something you love?
What's up?
Just punts it over the bridge.
Of course, I love Baxter here.
All right, let's get back on track.
Back on target.
Like I said, he buys a dog house. He buys some fencing. He's going to put the dog out back. But also, after this, he's at work, and he sees a very odd formation of birds.
Yeah. You know how birds like kind of swarm like that?
Yeah.
Like I've seen them do that shit before, but not
like that. Yeah. I was going to say... That's a pretty...
So you've seen the impending apocalypse, is that right?
Is that what you've seen, Danny?
Oh, maybe there's one more bush in here.
Is that a little too much for you?
Don't tell anybody. I'm just gonna cut it back and forth. It's like tart, which is delightful, but it's making me like purse my lips.
You don't have to drink that.
No, I'm going to drink it. Fuck yeah. Nailed it. All right, so back on task. Yeah, he sees the fucking birds swarming and shit.
Yeah.
Which even the effect looks good.
It looks good.
For approximately $5 million, this movie looks great.
Yeah.
There's one scene with the birds where he's like standing in the street with his daughter, and they're like flying at his face, and I'm like, well, I can tell that is CGI, but the rest of it, it looks amazing though.
That's the only thing that I would knock it on.
It doesn't need any. It doesn't need anything.
You're right.
You know what I mean? They like a stormy sky, some fake tornadoes.
Right.
They look great. Mm-hmm. When you see the storm, it looks fucking nuts.
Yeah. It looks pretty terrifying.
Yeah,
right?
It sure does. It looks like it's probably here to wipe you off the planet.
Yeah, when you see the storm through his eyes, yeah, like you said, there's tornadoes. There's like several tornadoes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's gnarly.
It is quite gnarly.
Oh shit! And after work, Curtis he fucks up, man. From here on out, he's just gonna keep fucking up. He forgets about this meeting that his daughter has.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this exactly? Is this like a school for deaf children that they go to?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is something new that the family is doing. It might be their first meeting. I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just for the kids. It's for the parents also to learn a little bit of the sign language. But at that little meeting, we get a funny scene about Curtis's his hygiene because he forgot about the meeting, so he didn't get the chance to shower.
You're right,
and he's just cracking jokes about how he thinks he smells good, even though he smells like shit.
Right.
He asked one of the ladies behind him. He's like, "You think I smell good?" She's like, "Oh, you smell great."
Just fucking with him.
He's like talking to his wife. He's like, "She thinks I smell good. Maybe I should have married her." Oh, Curtis.
Yeah, he's very likable. He's got a nice upbeat attitude, just seems like good dude.
Right. Yeah. After this, we get a very intense dream sequence again. You're going to hear me bring up these dream sequences a couple times.
Yeah,
because
there's a couple of them.
There's a couple of them, at least. There's at least two. This one involves his daughter, though, so it kind of hits a little closer, I think, to him. I believe they're in his truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to drive wherever, and he can't really see, and he swerves to like miss someone that he thinks is in the road, and they bust out his window. Somebody's trying to grab his daughter. It's pretty fucking intense.
Yeah,
like the first time you watch it, you're like, "What the fuck?" I mean, I guess at that point you realize that these are dream sequences,
right?
Or nightmare sequences, but it's fucking intense.
It is. It is.
I mean, I'm not a parent, but
no, they fucking scare him so bad he pisses the bed.
Yeah,
he's a grown ass man. You know what I mean, with no bladder problems. He just had a very scary dream, and he forgot to go pee before bed. Men
over 40, are you having trouble going to the...
That's the next one.
Try Travolta. Or whatever the fuck.
P-undies, baby.
P-undies. They're coming back. They're making a comeback.
Those are cum-undies. Boom. Just a different one. Just where you're supposed to come in them. That's just how it works.
Oh, man. So, yeah, Curtis this is where he really starts to struggle, like you said, he has a couple really fucking crazy, I think this is, so the next time he has the nightmare, it's about people trying to get into the house, and it's just him and his daughter again. These people are trying to get into the house. There's a really cool effect where I'm not sure exactly why they threw this in there, but do you remember when the furniture rises up in the living room?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was cool. It looked good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really know why they threw that in there.
I don't know. It was a really good effect though. It looked good, and it made it tense.
Yeah,
tenser, I guess.
Maybe that's what, just to bring that tension.
Yeah.
And maybe they were like, "Hey, we have the budget. Let's do some cool fucking
some shit float,
furniture floating, scary scene stuff."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fucking why not?
Yeah. And this is where, like you said earlier, or just a bit ago, he wakes up and he fucking pisses the bed.
Yeah.
And
it's like his wife's gonna come over there. He's like, "Don't."
Yeah. It's like, "No." She's like, "What the fuck?
What's your problem?"
Yeah.
"Sorry, I have a sore throat."
There's some bullshit excuse like that. Like, "Don't get close, it might get you sick." Yeah, and this is where they kind of some tension really starts between those two.
Mm-hmm.
They have a little bit of an argument there.
Yeah, because they make a good team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're good. They're good together.
They're a good couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So his wife leaves. Curtis takes Hannah, his daughter, to the library with him. And this is where he really starts to understand that he's having problems here.
Right.
He needs to look into this. He goes to the library.
Yeah, he gets a book on mental illness.
He gets a few books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gets a few books on mental illness. And they stop after this. They stop at the supermarket, and he buys a fuck ton of canned goods.
Yeah, because he'll put him down in that storm shelter.
Yeah, he's really starting to think about this storm shelter and building it up, and adding on to it, which he eventually does.
You're right.
Spends a lot of fucking money on it, like $7,000, something like that.
Yeah. And
he adds this,
he
because he buys one of those.
He buys a shipping cargo container.
Yeah. And those, I don't know how much those are, but
I think on this piece of paper it said like $1,600.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say $2,000.
For just the container.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna back it up to he's gonna expand his storm shelter.
Yes. Yeah, because the storm shelter, it's just like, you open the doors, you go down some steps, and there's just a little bench.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, right? Like, there's not a lot down there.
That's to wait on a tornado.
Yeah.
Not to survive.
Right.
Right. So he wants to make it like a survival shelter.
Yeah. He's thinking they're going to be down there for weeks.
I'm loving a bunker, man. You know that about me.
Oh, dude, I love a good bunker.
I love a John Goodman. I love a bunker. This one's a little shoddier than John Goodman's handiwork.
St. Louis's own John Goodman.
He's a bunker building.
He is a bunker motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a bunker building bitch.
Yeah, except that he doesn't build that door to the
ventilation.
The most important part of the place. Now I'm gonna have to crawl through that air vent.
Yeah.
What?
What? Why? Oh shit. After this, we get a lot of Curtis in the storm shelter. He's cleaning it up. He's reading the books that he got at the library. And he's spending a lot of time down there. And his wife even comments on that, eventually. And that just adds to the tension between those two. But he's reading up on this illness, right, or this whatever he thinks he has. And I think we'll just go ahead and jump to what you were talking about earlier. Curtis eventually goes to see his mom.
Right. And she's in like an assisted living facility.
Yes.
But after he's like talking to her mom, he's like asking her about her symptoms and stuff. So you're like, oh, okay. So his mom is mentally ill. But what was her thing? She was like paranoid schizophrenic.
So yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah. And, she's been in a home for a long time. She's been
since he was 10.
Yeah. She's been in assisted living. She went to a state hospital. And then after that, she went to assisted living. And then something else we learned later on down the road is like, this all happened because she went to the grocery store one day with him when he was 10.
Yeah.
And just left.
Yep. And
he said,
they found her like a week later eating trash out of a dumpster in a different state, like halfway across the country.
Yeah. I mean, it was a different state. I don't know exactly what he said, but yeah. You get the idea there. You're like, holy fuck.
Yeah. So she needed assisted living.
Yeah.
And she wasn't diagnosed with it until she was in her 30s.
Right.
He's in his 30s.
Yeah.
So he's wanting to like figure out about her, her symptoms, and he wants to know a little more about her psychosis to see if that's what he's experiencing.
Right. And he asks her a little bit about it. And I think it kind of digs a little too deep for her. You know what I mean? And she doesn't get like real upset about it, but you can tell that it's kind of like, I don't know, bringing up some of those old memories.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah. It's a good performance by that actress. Also, his mom.
That is.
Yeah. Could you look up her name?
Yep. That is Kathy Baker.
Okay. Yeah. You said that earlier. I couldn't remember if we mentioned her.
Kathy Baker.
Kathy Bakersfield Livingston. I think at this point we get to Curtis's obsession with expanding this storm shelter. Like we said earlier, he takes out a loan. I don't know if we said this, but he takes out a loan and adds it to his house loan.
And even the guy at the bank, he's like, listen, man. I helped you finance your house. I helped you finance 3 vehicles.
Yeah.
I've known you for a real long time. This is a really risky loan. And he's like, it's fine. I need the money.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. And to anybody else, this just looks insane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This just looks absolutely bonkers.
Any outsider.
He sunk $7-8 grand into this thing total.
I'm thinking he took out like a $10,000 loan. You know what I mean? For all this.
Yeah, to expand a fucking hole in the ground.
Yeah.
So he talks to Shea Wiggum, and he's like, hey, man, you come help me out at the house on Saturday. I'm going to dig this shit up. And Shea Wiggum's like, hey, well, you fucking, I got you, dog.
But he kind of, he questions him, though, at the same time.
Yeah, he does. He's like, why? He's like, I'm just going to borrow some equipment from work, and I could have told you. They both acted like it was no big deal, but I'm like, that's a fucking lawsuit waiting to happen.
That is a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's just a huge red flag, but I guess at this point, he's so dead set on doing this that
yep,
maybe he doesn't think about that. How could you not? This is your job. I mean,
right.
And Shea Wiggum, his character asks him, he's like, you doing all right, man?
You cool, bro?
You know.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I just don't want to see you fuck anything up.
Yeah.
He's like, I won't.
Gotta side with Dirt.
Yeah. I'm with Dirt on that. I'm with Dirt on that one.
What a name. I don't know. Like I said, this is set in Ohio. Maybe that's just a perfect name for
Dewart.
Any Ohio fans listening right now? You know
is
any
your
Dewarts?
Name Dewart? Do you know somebody named Dewart?
Write us.
I would like to know.
Write us at it's just two movies at gmail.com.
Yeah. Please. Or you can Twitter us or Instagram us, or there are other means of communication.
Yeah. So what you think eventually happens, but throughout all this, before I go any further, the daughter, their deaf daughter, is looking to get a, how do you pronounce it? Cochlear or cochlear?
I don't know.
It's the implant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
That's my bad. Cochlear.
Something like
that. She's looking to get an implant, and it's supposed to be covered by Curtis's insurance because he has really fucking good insurance. But since he pulled this stunt with the equipment, his boss shows up, and his boss fires him.
Right. And he told him he's like, did you fire Dewart? And he's like, no, 2 weeks leave unpaid.
Which is rough. I mean,
yeah,
for most people,
Yep.
If I got put on 2 weeks unpaid,
it is not a stretch of the imagination to say that most of the people live hand to mouth.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Especially these guys.
Yeah, for sure, man.
These families.
Well, man, if you're taking your kid to all those special doctors, special school, and that's gotta be not cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
And not to add all these expenses that he's put the family through. You know what I mean?
Making his fucking shelter
throughout all this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So his wife is obviously pissed off.
Yeah.
He just lost his job. The insurance it probably won't cover the procedure.
Right.
And she fucking slaps him and takes the kid and storms out. And I think at this point, I thought she's like, fuck this shit. I'm going to my mom's or something. You know what I mean? I thought she was like gonna fuck off for a while.
Yeah.
Even on my however many times I've watched this.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she does eventually come back. It's just building. You know what I mean? This tension is like.
Yeah, because he's not stopping either.
No.
He never stops. He's like, hey, you should stop doing shit out at that shelter. And he's like, yeah, I will. And then he goes right back to it.
And
he just doesn't stop. Be like, hey, will you go to the grocery store? He'll be like, yep. And then go back to working on the shelter. Like, it consumes him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got these things that he's also supposed to take care of or be at.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always late. You know, like he's, it's the perfect, it just consumes him. Like we mentioned his brother earlier. His brother even comes by.
Yeah, he's like, what? You doing all right, man?
Yeah. This is his older brother.
What's his brother say something? He's like, oh, you go over here and remind me about the good old days. He's like, or whatever he says to me. He's like, I'm about to remind you what it's like to get an ass whooping. Whatever he says to him. I was like, oh yeah, that's a little more believable. Yeah.
Yeah. That was I liked his performance, even though we only get, I believe, one scene with him.
Yeah, it's him walking up, and then they're over by the truck.
That's it. Well, yeah, right. But they kind of eventually move past that.
He gives his brother the dog.
Yeah, which is like, what?
He's like got the dog pinned in. He's like, I just don't even want it around. Just fucking get rid of it.
Just get rid of it. Yeah, he gives his brother the dog. His brother's like, you sure about this, man? Sure about that?
Yeah. I know it'll make my little girls very happy. Whatever he says.
So we get a point at when Curtis is at work.
He's seeing a therapist now, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's seeing a counselor.
Yeah, counselor.
It's not even because he had planned to see a psychiatrist, correct? Mm-hmm. But it was too far, or he made up that excuse that it was too far. I'm not really sure there. That kind of threw me off because he went to see his mom, who was in Columbus, I'm pretty sure. And so was the psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
And he called the doctor and he's like, yeah, it's just too far. I don't think it's going to work out. So I don't know. That kind of threw me off there.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just...
Can't spend that much time away from his shelter, dude.
Yeah.
Got to install a new whirlybird. He's fucking hardcore on that thing, dude. He will suffer any loss to make sure that shelter gets built.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Which is pretty shitty.
Yeah. Well, when they're down in it, I'm like,
as a
gross.
No, I mean, shitty of him.
Oh, yeah, it is shitty of him also.
But yeah, I guess it is kind of pretty... It's not great down there. You know, he's not trying to fix it up.
No.
He's just trying to make it...
A week
or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? I think there's a defining moment, though, for Curtis. Whenever they're driving back from one of the sessions at the school for his daughter,
mm-hmm.
that lightning storm. Remember when he stops on the freeway or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that lightning storm. And he's like, he even says to himself, he's like, is anybody seeing this?
Right.
Like,
right. Because sometimes no. Like you'll hear thunder really loud.
Yeah.
And anybody he's standing around, like, no clouds in the sky.
Yeah. When he was at work with Shea Wiggum's character.
Yeah.
Like
dirt.
Yeah, he's obviously hearing shit, and Dewart's not,
and seeing shit,
and
that
seeing
other
shit.
People aren't. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I really like that moment where he's talking to him. Is anybody seeing this?
Nope.
Like, nope, they're not.
Just you, bro.
Unfortunately, not. The next thing I want to get to is is it a VFW hall scene or like a Lions club or something like that?
It's a chili supper. That's what we have around here is usually chili suppers.
Curtis requests Dewart be taken off his shift or his group or whatever. And
old Dewart said, "Wife volunteered me to fry the oysters at the fry
fucking around the fish fry or whatever it is."
Yeah, whatever it is. He's like, "Oh, you need an extra burner?" He's like, "Yeah, I could do with
if
one.
you got one.
You got one, I'd use it."
It's not that extreme, but we like to.
Yeah. We're taking some creative liberties with that. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so he asked for his buddy to, and they're friends, right? Like, they're good buddies. He asked for his buddy to be moved off of his crew. The boss accepts that. He's got some concerns about Curtis, though. But then we get to this, what did I say it was? A Lions Den, whatever the fuck it is.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. If you don't know what a chili supper is or something like that, just Google pictures of it. It's a bunch of people eating a thing.
Yeah, right.
It was probably free or like 25 cents or $1 or what, you know what I mean?
Maybe they're eating pig.
You know?
Maybe Nicolas Cage is there.
Inside everybody, there's two of them, so you still got the extra one. It's fine.
You could be okay with giving away one.
Yeah, you could give away one pig inside of you.
So at this little lunch, this is fucking intense, man. This is fucking crazy. Dewart's obviously stewed up. He's stewing.
Oh yeah,
because his best friend got him moved off of his crew.
Yeah, and got him 2 weeks no pay.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's so he goes up and he fucking lays Curtis out. He gives him a couple good right-handers, I guess.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And Curtis, this is where he flips out.
He flips his fucking shit, man. Yeah. I mean, he
flips the table.
Right. He's just a man unhinged. He's like screaming at everybody. He's like, "There's a storm coming."
Yeah.
He looks crazy as shit.
Dude.
He's like, "None of you are prepared. Sleep well in your beds tonight." Like that kind of shit. Just like, the end is nigh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I read that this scene, a lot of those extras,
mm-hmm.
they had no idea that was coming. That was a complete surprise.
That's
him.
I bet they were like, "What?"
I think that's why you get those authentic looks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because people are like, "Holy shit!" And just what a performance by Michael Shannon right there.
Are you talking about that YouTube video you sent me the other day?
Is that where he's reading
he's just reading an email from some sorority girl or whatever? Oh my god!
Yeah, if you're listening to this and you want to see a funny Michael Shannon thing,
because he's funny.
Yeah,
he's really funny.
Oh yeah, He actually is in a couple of good comedic roles.
Mm-hmm.
What would you? I think it's a Funny or Die thing.
Yeah, it's
on,
a Funny
on
or
YouTube.
Die. If you just do Funny or Die, Michael Shannon.
Yeah, you'll find it. It's super funny. Look it up. Good stuff.
So he flips out. He's got fucking coleslaw all over him.
Yeah, he does.
Or mashed potatoes or whatever it is. And they're walking out and his wife's holding him and he's just fucking like rage crying.
Yeah. Well, because I think, he flips out, he loses his shit, and then he sees his daughter visibly scared of him, and then he just kind of loses it. Like he just bawls his eyes out.
Mm-hmm.
As you probably would. You're like, holy fuck, I just scared my child. It's a rough one.
Yeah, that's a rough one, Sometimes they're rough. Hey.
And his wife, like you said, his wife has to like lead them out of the establishment.
Yeah, it's a fucking super intense scene.
Yeah.
Man, fucking Shea Wiggum though. Pop pop.
Oh, got them 1-2s.
Yeah.
Good on you, Wiggum.
Yep, good on you, bro.
Let's see where we at.
Then is this where they go and see, like, she takes him to the actual psychiatrist, the one that was like in a different town far away or whatever?
Before we get to that, so like at this point we get an actual storm, right?
Yeah.
So this is the kind of the defining moment. Curtis has another nightmare, but his wife wakes him up. And when he wakes up, there are actual tornado signs going off. And this is where they head to the shelter.
Right.
He makes them mask up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which his wife is like,
right.
Why?
Well, because in his dreams, he always sees like the rain. It's like thick.
It's like a
thick THICC.
Thicky thick girl.
Thicky thick rain. It's like fresh motor oil. You know what I mean? Like kind of that color, that yellowish.
Right, yeah.
Tint, brownish color to it. And in a bunch of these nightmares that he has, like there's one where Jessica Chastain's in the house and she grabs a knife and she's wet with that rain. Like you see it pulled around her feet. And then there's another one where where Derek goes to try to kill him or whatever with a weapon. So you could glean that this rain from this storm or whatever, should you survive the storm, if you get wet, or maybe it's just a chemical that's being released in the rain or whatever, but it makes people fucking violent. I don't know, whatever.
I think that's I think that's what's implied.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't write that down, but yeah, that's a good observation. Before I jumped the gun a little bit. I just want to go back to one thing, and then we'll continue with this this bunker scene. Earlier, his wife, she basically gives him an ultimatum, or I guess if that's what you want to call it. She tells him what they're going to do. They're going to cancel the beach trip. Mm-hmm. He got fired, so you have to find a new job. I'm going to find a job.
Right.
We're going to see. You're going to see a psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try to see if we can extend your insurance so it can cover our daughter's operation.
Wow. All level-headed.
Right.
All what you would consider to be level-headed, rash decisions, unless Michael Shannon's right.
Right, yeah.
In that case, fuck all that. Get in the hole.
Get in your hole.
Yeah, get in your fucking hole and stay there.
So yeah, we'll go back to the shelter. Mm-hmm. As we said, he kind of makes them put on these masks. He has his daughter put on. She uses like an oxygen
mask.
Yeah. And they go to sleep. They sleep out the storm. She knows it was just a bad storm, but he doesn't. I really love this whole sequence because they take up a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
It's like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, because he's terrified.
He's fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks this is it.
Yeah.
He thinks they're down there for the long haul. I just love the buildup of him actually gathering the courage, or what, like, his wife tells him, if I open it,
nothing's going
to change.
You have to open it.
Yeah.
Because he tries to give her the key.
Yeah.
And she won't take it.
Right.
Yeah.
He has to be the one that opens it. And eventually he does, and he sees that that's all it was, is just
fucking
a bad...
Ameren.
If you're from Missouri, Illinois, or whatever surrounding states.
Fucking Ameren.
Ameren. We get through that. Curtis goes to see an actual psychiatrist. The doctor tells him that it's okay to go on vacation, but after they get back from vacation,
going to need to check him into a facility.
Yeah. And that's hard to hear, I think. And he's kind of taken aback by that.
Well, I mean, as a 10-year-old, obviously he's got some abandonment issues because he was abandoned
by his mother,
a fucking parking lot by his mom.
Right.
Who abandoned him to go eat trash out of a dumpster in a different state.
In a final scene, the family goes to the beach and he's playing with his daughter. They're having a good time. The wife's, she's making lunch or whatever. And the daughter sees it first. And it's an oncoming storm of, you know, apocalyptic proportions.
Yeah. Was there like 6 fucking tornadoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they all see it. And Sam, his wife, she just says, okay. And then the movie ends.
Yeah. Yeah. So she just knew he wasn't crazy. But now, problem, because you're at Myrtle Beach now, not at your bunker.
Well, so here's where I think we'll dive in. If we have the time, I think we'll dive in just a little bit.
It can run long. It doesn't matter.
Into what this movie means or our personal opinions. So I don't think that final scene exists. I don't think that's a thing.
What do you mean?
The final scene where they're at the beach.
Oh, you don't think that happens?
I don't think that happens. I think, and I could be way off. You know,
it's a dream?
No, I don't think it's a dream. I think it signifies her finally understanding what he's going through and accepting it and realizing that they have to go through it together. Because when I first watched this film, I thought it was a film about mental illness, and it is. But
it is, yeah.
It's also what I take away from it is it's a film about communication. It's a film about two people that go through a lot of trouble to be on the same, to get on the same page,
to get back on the same team.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I think it's apparent with the choice of a deaf daughter that also comes into play. It's just another form of communication. So I think that's really a central theme of the film is communication. And I believe that last scene isn't actually real. Just a metaphor for them finally coming together and figuring this out. Just my thoughts.
I do like that.
What do you take away from it?
Well, if it's not a dream sequence, because she feels the rain, you know what I mean? She feels it. So I think maybe, I don't know. I think it is real.
You do? Well, so my only problem with that is... I tell you what,
though, if there was more movie, I would want it to be real.
Yeah.
Because I want to see, like, Rage Monster murder.
Right.
Rage Monster murder people in a giant fucking world-ending storm. I would love to see that.
Right.
Yeah.
So my only issue with that final scene is money.
Sandcastle's shitty.
It is shitty.
Yeah.
Because it cracks there at the... No.
Oh, the money. Well, she had her cookie jar, her Etsy money or whatever.
Right.
What was her deal? What was she making? She was making a thing and selling it at a farmer's market?
She makes pillows. I assume like blankets and dresses and stuff like that.
A pillowist.
She's a sewist. No, my only issue with that scene is like, do they have the money for that? Because I know she takes the money from the jar with their daughter's surgery, with so many things in play, both of them needing to find new jobs. Like,
I think she might be of the understanding now that they've spoken to a real professional that this might be the last time her husband lives under that roof for a very long time.
Right.
If ever again.
Yeah.
So splurge on it because it's, you know, you might be gone for like 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Trying to get the mental help you need. That's how they make it seem anyway. Like it's almost like a death sentence. Yeah,
the psychiatrist is very stern about, you know, you need help. Mm-hmm. When you come back, you're going to have to go somewhere. You're going to have to accept that.
Yeah.
So I get that. Yeah. But that was just my opinion of it, right?
Oh, like, which I think is great. I think that's an amazing interpretation.
Well, I don't think there's a wrong interpretation of it. That's the thing. Unless you say something silly, unless you get really silly with it and you're like, oh, they're all actually dead. You know what I mean? Like something stupid.
Everybody's really a hamburger.
I don't think there's a wrong opinion on that because that's how the director intended this to be.
Yeah.
Right. It's open for interpretation. So
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I just kind of like, I want the storm. Like
you want to see.
I want it though. Yeah. Yeah. Show it to me.
Show it. Give me the goods.
They show you enough. They show you enough where I'm not left wanting. But if there was more of it, I would have gladly watched it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a storm that makes everybody rage monsters. Yeah, so do you
rate it?
You wanna do
out of 10 oily thumbs, or
10 oily thumbs,
or do you want to do fucking out of 10 backhoes? Do you want to do out of 10
whirly birds?
Whirly birds?
Wow, I don't know. There's so much to go from. Do you want to go? What was this truck? Was it like a Silverado or something?
Silverado, those old school 90s.
Oh yeah. Old school,
early 90s maybe.
90s shitbox, baby.
Yeah, boy, that square box.
Hell yeah. I guess oily thumbs.
Oily thumbs, I like it.
Or fried oysters. We could do fried oyster thumbs. That's a thing. Okay, so how many oily thumbs?
Apocalyptic.
Oily. Apocalypse oil. Yeah.
You know, I think I'm gonna go a solid 9.5.
9.5? Yeah. I'm gonna go 9.5 also.
Okay.
I was like,
because they're just.
I have so much fun watching it. Like it's a fun for a full 2 hours. It's so like engaging, and it's got really nice pacing.
It does have good pacing. It is a little bit of a slow burn, but the movie to me just feels real. You know what I mean? Like the conversations, the relationships.
Yep.
It all just feels real, and it's another thing that I really love about this film.
That fucking Michael Shannon intensity, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 9.5s across the board.
9.5s down. I'm loving it. You know what you're not gonna love? Geostorm. Geoshitstorm. I actually have seen Geostorm.
Okay.
A long time ago. And it was, man, I don't even want to say, it's like, you know how sometimes we'll make jokes about the movie, like, ha 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 ha. I just like roasted this movie on my first watch. When I say roast, I mean like insulted it the whole time. I wasn't like making jokes. I was just giving it super harsh criticisms the entire time I watched it.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it actually is as bad as I recall, because I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
So we're going to check out Geostorm. We'll be back in a few minutes. Here's a delightful fake thing that Birdman and I probably made for you.
Welcome back to the Toyshmoda halftime show, brought to you by Prepsy and Tostitos. I'm Schman Lemmings.
Tostitos. You fucking nailed that. Did you have a script? And I'm Flip Spillin'.
Hey, Flip.
Let's take a look at the Orange Juice halftime show.
Brought to you by Velveeta. I'm sorry.
Let's take it live down to the field where we've got choice music brought to you by Lil Snippets.
Let me see your titties. Yeah, titties. Those motherfucking titties. Okay. Right, titties. I wanna see your areola. Okay. Just one. Got the time. Let me see your titties. Okay. Yeah, titties. 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 Yeah. Oh, yeah, right,
Wow, amazing.
All right. Cheese McFlaniels.
McFlaniels here.
We're going to take it to you. You're down on the field.
Yeah.
With the halftime performance brought to you by Tostitos.
Yeah.
Let me know what's going on down on the field there.
Sports. generally speaking.
Wow. Who's winning?
And half of the time.
Okay. What soft drink?
What?
What's...
Coca-Cola.
No, we're sponsored by Prepsi.
Prepsi.
Thanks.
Manola. Prepsi.
Thanks, Cran. Back up to you in the studio.
That's so nice. Well, I guess it's back to your regularly scheduled programming, which is the game that it's halftime from. Oh, hey guys. Right before we jump into the show, I just want to give a real quick thanks to a couple of the people who helped make this show possible. I want to give a thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams. You can check out his stuff at suns.bandcamp.com. That is sunds.bandcamp.com. Lamplighter Productions does our artwork. They're amazing. Check them out at Lamplighter_Productions_IL on Instagram. Thank you to Godsized Growing for some musical guest appearances at Godsized_Growing on the old Instagram, and I'm sure other places as well. Another special thanks to the Missouri T-shirt company. They made us some awesome shirts for our guests and, for me to just wear around the house. Check their stuff out at MissouriShirt.co or Missouri Shirts on Instagram and maybe Twitter, presumably, maybe. First-time listeners, hey, it's great to have you. Very grateful. I hope you stick around. You can find this show anywhere podcasts are found. If you don't subscribe to any of those services, you can also get us for free on our website. It is at itsjust2movies.buzzsprout.com. That's itsjust2movies.buzzsprout.com. Drop us a line. If you want to shoot us an email, at itsjust2movies on Twitter and Instagram, or itsjust2movies@gmail.com. If you want to support this fucking weird show that we're making, amazing. Leave a like, subscribe, or rate the show. You can do it right there in app. Whether you're on Spotify now, you can rate podcast in app. It's pretty awesome. All right, I won't take up any more of your time. Thanks for listening. Thank you, those people. Back to the show.
Well, I love Doug Wicker's Instagram stories meme game.
Meme game?
The memes he posts in his stories.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're just fucking hilarious.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like he was actually playing a game. You're just talking about his meme game is strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, his Instagram meme game is strong. All right,
man. You ready?
Not really, because I didn't pay attention to this movie.
Good. We're on. We watched Geostorm. You want to know about Geostorm? It's 1993. Gets really good mileage, up to 29 mpg in the city and 35 on the highway. It's got 108 to 115 horsepower. Comes in a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder and a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. For a 2-door coupe,
yeah,
it's got plenty of room on the inside.
Okay, I was about to ask, like,
yeah. The wheels could use an update, but other than that, I find the Geostorm to actually be a pretty attractive.
It's a good looking car.
It's a pretty attractive looking car. You know what I mean?
What was
this, oh my god! Look how fucking 90s is this goddamn car. Teal. God, you remember when everything was teal back in the day?
Nice.
Ooh,
what was the original manufacturing? The manufacturing years for this vehicle?
Let's see here. Geostorm ran. Oh no, this is the movie.
They made a movie about the car.
We're all in. like we just watched a documentary about the Geostorm. So they ran from 1990 to 1993.
Okay, so if you
short run,
that's a short run. Sometimes they don't win. If you were to come upon a 1991 Geostorm, how much would you pay for it?
Oh fuck, that's a good question. Let me see here. 1991 Geostorm and shopping.
Shopping.
Okay, let me add for sale.
Did you go to Amazon?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, you're laughing now, but
right,
sometime in the near future.
Check out eBay.
Oh, here we go. Surprisingly clean in 1991.
What? Surprisingly clean?
That's what it says. Oh, my God.
Why is that a surprise?
Oh, God. I don't know. How much for it, motherfucker?
Is the owner like an axe murderer or something?
$3,000.
Okay.
In California on Craigslist.
Cali?
So, what is surprisingly clean?
Can you post pics of this for the viewers?
There's not even butt stains on there. It's looking pretty good. It's yellow. I'm not crazy about the yellow paint job.
No one is.
Ooh, right? Well, it's a couple different shades of yellow.
So, okay.
The hood's slightly lighter colored, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because of the sun.
Because of the...
God damn it. Okay, so what we actually did, we watched the movie Geostorm, a PG-13 2017 action sci-fi film of 1 hour 49-minute runtime, 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's generous. 71% of Google users like this. Don't know why.
Because Google users do not know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. I wonder if Google's just like listening in, and if you're like Geostorm and I like that in the same sentence, it's like adds you to the clicker. Yeah, this was directed by Dean Devlin. Stars Jerry Butler, Abby Cornish, Gerard.
Thank you.
Gerard Butler.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jerry Butler. Abby Cornish, Jim Sturgis. Jim Sturgis just always looks like a weasel. Andy,
yeah, he does.
Andy Garcia. Alexandra Maria Lara. Ed Harris, weirdly. And Robert Sheehan. That's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't really... We don't really have to talk about the other more minor characters that are in this.
Robert Sheehan? Is that Ed's dad? Or...
What's that?
Nothing.
Robert Sheehan?
Yeah.
Is that what I said?
I was just making a stupid joke.
Oh.
But it didn't land.
Oh. Okay.
It's fine. We'll move on.
Okay.
It didn't happen.
So
Geostorm.
You know what else didn't happen? A fucking Geostorm. Never got a Geostorm. Got a crazy tornado, got a flood, some people froze. What so
you know what else happened?
What did you think the movie was about?
Before I get into that, I just want to talk about how much they spent on this movie.
Oh yeah, this was a pricey endeavor.
So, $120 million. But it ended up making $221 million.
God damn.
Worldwide, like. I mean, the opening weekend was $13 million, which is pretty weak.
Yeah.
For what they spent. I'm saying, like, because I mean, it's if you watch a trailer of this, you're probably like, yeah, I'm good. You fart?
No, did you?
Weird. What was that?
I think it was the fridge. You have a fucking problem, buddy? Something afoot in here?
It's probably because you have that Canadian mist on top of it.
No, Canadian mist is fine.
Yeah. What were we saying?
I don't know. This movie sucks. Tell you what. Here's what I do like about it, though, is that it's so blatantly and obviously like this is just the laziest, most expensive movie I've ever seen. I think.
Yeah.
Just nobody gives a shit.
Oh, so we were gonna do like a rundown, like a quick rundown.
Oh yeah.
How about you do that? Because
Jerry Butler, he made a Dutch boy. That old girl, that old maid, the old maven of the sky, Dutch boy.
Let's make a little sense to the listener.
Jerry Butler made a
Gerard.
giant.
It's not Jared.
A giant satellite. A giant fucking satellite that controls the weather, essentially. And everybody's cool with this. It stopped some side effects of global warming. It's to say, like, they put a net around the world that corrected global warming, essentially.
Right.
Not how that works, but we'll let that slide. It's not. And 99% of this movie is not how that works.
How anything works,
including like normal conversations that people have. Anyway, we'll get into that a little bit more. But so Jerry Butler, he built this thing. Gerard Butler, Jerry to his friends.
He's just gonna keep calling him Jerry Butler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Jerry
I'll just
Butler.
stop correct.
Like I know him.
Like you guys have Thanksgiving dinner every year.
Yeah, we did just this year though. It's first time. The Butlers, they're nice bunch of folks.
Nice people,
Yeah.
people, good folks.
A real shite actor, but just
ouch.
Old Jerry Butler's got some bangers.
I was gonna say he's been good in some stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't remember, but I'm sure you do.
Like 300 and
well, there was a.
I'm sure he was in a thing.
No,
with,
I guess not.
He was probably Yeah, he was in 300.
You should do put the crickets in.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta get a cricket sound effect. I've never got one.
Yeah.
If there was ever a cricket trapped in this room, I would make it happen. Yeah.
Boom.
I'd just stick him in a glass and put the microphone over the top and hit record and walk away for a couple hours.
Yeah. Golden.
Yeah, golden baby. So Jerry Butler, he's got his Dutch boy. That's what he calls it. His satellite system or whatever that saved the world.
Yeah.
His Dutch boy. So it's named after the tale of a little boy who put his finger in the dam and stopped a dam from exploding. And I guess they had to cut his finger off and leave it in the hole. I don't know.
I missed that part, I guess.
Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the weird intro part where the girl's like, in 2019.
Oh, yeah. In the distant year of 2009, 2 years after this movie was made.
Let me bring you up to speed. Real quick. Ooh. And so he's got the thing, and they've got it's called Dutch Boy. And that old girl, Dutch Boy. And the rest of they're trying real hard to be like, ooh, how about some political intrigue? But it's not intriguing.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's not. There's an old white guy. Imagine that. Ooh, an old white man being like, you can't, Dutch boy. And Jerry Butler's like, I fucking built Dutch boy. I'll punch you in the mouth. I don't give a shit. Nobody stops me. And his brother's texting him from across the courtroom, and he's like, hey, stop doing that, you dumb.
Yeah, you flubber flab.
Yeah, bro. And he's like next in line to be in like the senior security council or something. His younger brother is. He does something with like the political aspect of Dutch boy.
Okay.
That old girl.
So
3 years, they're like, fucking Jerry Butler, you're off a Dutch boy. It's over.
Fired.
You're fired.
Your brother fires you.
Yeah, his brother fired him.
Can you imagine getting fired by your brother?
No. I cannot. So, where are we at here? Dutch boy.
All right.
We're Dutch boy and Jerry Butler. He's off the case.
He's off the case. Right.
3 years later, because this is like Inspector Outer Space is the movie. There's not a Geostorm. There's not one.
What's crazy is like, okay, so they definitely showed like after Jerry Butler,
Thank you.
After Jerry Bear got fired by his brother.
Yep.
They definitely showed a 3 years later.
But it feels like the following day.
It does.
Yeah.
But I also forgot they showed that.
Because it's lazy. It's done lazily.
Yeah. And then it's like the following scene and he's just living in the desert.
Yep.
In a weird RV.
Like an RV camper pop-out thing. It's pretty, actually,
it's cool.
It's my favorite part of the movie. Is his house that he lives in out there.
With his daughter.
And he's got like all solar panels. And Hannah is 48. She's not 48.
She's like act like it.
She's like 13, 14. But she has the dialogue of like a full-grown woman, like a professional woman in her 40s,
right?
Who don't take no guff. She's not written as a child. She's very intelligent, and they're like, that's the same thing as being an adult, right?
And it's not.
It's not. No, it's not. So it's a little like, I don't know, man. You could have just been like, hey, come here. Just act like a fucking kid.
Yeah.
When somebody starts talking to you, just take out a cell phone and just like smirk and look at your phone.
But you can still be like she can still be a smart kid.
Yeah.
But just she's a kid.
Right.
And they say she's what? How old did they say she was? 13 or 14?
13ish, yeah, somewhere in there.
That girl looked like she was 11. Right. I don't know. Maybe I'm off.
Well, there was a really, like, okay, this is my number one beef with the whole movie that actually, nope, that's Steve Zahn.
What? Is that a running joke? Is that a running gag?
No, I had it up earlier because I didn't want to forget his name when I thought of that. That Shea Wiggum is dark mode Steve Zahn. Night mode, whatever. What am I doing? I'm looking up the movie Geostorm.
Why would you, though?
Because I just want to know this guy's name. Jim Sturgis.
Oh,
Jim
yeah.
Sturgis is like kind of horny with every person he's on screen with. You know what I mean?
With his brother,
his wife, his brother, his niece. It feels.
Oh, that's not his wife. That's his mistress.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm just kidding. They're together, but they can't be together.
Oh, because they both work in
whatever it is.
Whatever. Who fucking cares?
Secret Service. She's in the Secret Service.
Mm-hmm.
He is a guy.
He's a Geostorm. He's not a Geostorm. He's a Dutch boy. He's a Dutch baby.
He's a Dutch baby. He is a baby.
Yeah, but he puts on like weird sexual tension every time he's on the screen with everybody.
In his face. I don't like it.
Even with fucking Ed Harris, when it's just him and Ed Harris talking, and he's like, I always believed in you. And he's like, oh, like his face is like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Are we gonna, it's fucking weird, man.
Terrible acting.
Yeah.
He was probably the worst in this film, and his second build.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here, man.
Get me a Shea Wiggum now.
Get me a fucking Juicy Boy
or Steve's a Juicy Boy, a juicy.
Sorry, what
Dutch
was it?
Boy.
Dutch Boy. Give me a Dutch Boy.
A Juicy Boy. Yes.
Man,
Lord have mercy.
Has Jim Sturgis been in anything? Has he been good in anything?
Ooh, that's a different question.
Rephrase that.
Let me look up his shit. Because I'm like, man, this guy is in a bunch of shit, and he's always kind of subpar.
Okay, he's in Inception.
Oh, he's in the movie 21 where they're counting cards. He's the worst part of that movie. He's in fucking Geostorm.
I said he's in Inception, but I don't think he is. I think I just saw.
Yeah, you saw Upside Down and thought it was Inception.
Right.
It looks like a ripoff of Inception. He's in Cloud Atlas, I guess.
Okay.
Kidnapping Mr. Heineken. That's an okay movie. I suppose he's probably one of the guys, but...
He's in Across the Universe. I still haven't watched that.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of shit, looks like.
Is he good in that, Across the Universe? Or have you seen it?
I have not seen Across the Universe. It sounds like a...
Oh, it's like a musical. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds like a musical kind of, what do they call them? Bent neck, where it's like just, super romance.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Shit. I tell you what, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Just gonna throw it out there. Not a fan of Jim Sturgis.
Sorry, Jim.
Maybe I'll still watch it if you're in another thing. I'll still check it out. But thus far, you're not on my highlight reel. That's for sure.
Right.
He just looks very disingenuous.
He's there for a check.
Doesn't matter. That's my end of my Jim Sturgis rant. So you got Jim Sturgis, and he's like, "Hey, Jerry Butler, I need you back. We need to get you back on that old girl Dutch boy. We need to get you back in her saddle."
I don't think we've explained that yet. Why we keep saying that old girl Dutch boy.
Oh, Jerry Butler, he gets to Dutch boy, and he's like, it's good to be back inside her. Oh, this old girl, this old...
He keeps
he refers to her as like she and her several times, how people refer to machines frequently.
Right, like it's a gender.
Like it's a 1991 Geostorm. Her name's Heather, after Heather Locklear. Probably.
Probably.
Whew.
All right. So fucking
it's a real Geostorm.
It's coming.
He gets back to Dutch Boy. Okay. He's back.
Gerard Butler's back to Dutch Boy.
Jerry Butler's on Dutch Boy, that old girl.
And he's in charge again.
Yeah.
Right?
But there's another lady, and she's like, I've been in charge. And he's like, show me the crew, god damn it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll show you the crew. And they're all like, fuck you, Jerry
Who
Butler.
the fuck is this
fucking
guy?
Piece of shit. And they're like, he's the Jerry Butler. And they're all like, oh fucking fuck. What?
Even though his name
is on his
suit.
Got a name tag on
so
his
they're
suit.
Surprised.
They're like, who the fuck are you? It just says his name on it. Gee, I don't know. What other J. Smith or whatever his fucking name was, because it doesn't matter. J. Butler. G. Butler. What other G. Butler do you think would show up at Dutch Boy that was made by Gerard Butler?
Right.
Like, if you see a guy on the ship, and you're like a new guy, like, who the fuck is this dude? And it just has his first initial and last name. He's one of the most famous people on the planet because he invented a fucking space curtain that fixed global warming.
Space curtain. I like that. A space umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah, the writing in this film is just fucking
lazy.
Garbage.
It's just lazy, man.
Just lazy garbage. I'm sorry.
Nobody edited this. Or they went, what have you done here? Like, don't call it Geostorm. Call it Inspector Space Station or...
Inspector Space Station.
Dr. Whoever. Or...
Can we start a show called Dr. Whoever?
Dr. Whoever? He's just like, it'd just be like anytime anybody referred to him as doctor, he'd be like, well, I'm a chiropractor.
I'm a physical therapist.
Actually, yeah, I'm a physical.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I love physical therapy's great. I'm just kidding there.
Yeah, it's not a dig. We're just talking about how how he would be
right.
super self-aware.
That'd be
because
awesome,
he's
dude.
Dr. Whoever.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, he flies through time and space in a 1991 Geostorm. That's his TARDIS. It's a 1991 Geostorm.
That doesn't start like most of the time.
Right.
Like 50% of the time it doesn't start.
It should have been Mechanic Whoever, am I right? Yes.
Yes, dude. We've got our TV show.
That's it, man.
Sony, Fox, hit us up. We'll make you a little bit of money. Or we won't.
Man, I could sit down and write a pilot for that in 20 minutes.
We've already got it.
Yeah.
It's
just
this movie,
just introducing Doctor Whoever. I tell you what, have you ever tried Doctor Who?
Mm-mm.
I watched it's kind of low budget effects, which I find kind of charming. Like there's a lot of practical effects and stuff, which I like. But because it is low budget and they are practical, they'll have like rubber monster suits and shit. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But the first episode I ever watched, it wasn't really making a lot of sense. I wasn't really into it. And there's a bit where the doctor grabs this girl and he's like, "Do you want to come with me?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" And he gives a speech about. He gives a monologue like, "We're standing, on the Earth and it's rotating at whatever miles per hour and rotating around the sun at kilometers per second and da 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 da." He's like, and I can feel it. He's like, I can feel the force of the universe. And I was like, ooh, that's good. Like that had me hooked. That got me in. And then it's just novelty after that. It's just a novelty show, but it's pretty fun. Yeah. I'm not like a huge Doctor Who fan, but I've watched all of it from the first, the modern era of it anyway.
Oh, okay.
From the first ones with the bald guy, I can't remember his name, all the way to the end of the Matt Smith run.
Yeah, it's not something that's. I mean, I obviously know of the franchise. It's
right.
It's out there.
It would be hard not to.
Yeah.
But Doctor Whoever. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Who's it gonna be?
Could be good. What if he's like, you know how when you're sitting at a stoplight and it finally turns green and the person in front of you hasn't gone yet, and they're like looking at their phone and everybody's honking at them and they're looking in the rearview mirror, like just not paying attention. I can feel it. do you want to come with me? It's just this is like just a different shitty emotion. Like, come on, fucking go!
Oh man, that's me in any traffic.
Oh, same, dude.
Any traffic.
Same. I got run off the road the other day. I was like turning at the light or whatever, and there's a guy in the lane next to me that's also turning, and he was just gonna sideswipe, ran me all the way off the road, like tires in the grass and shit. Yeah, but it was just a super old man. Oh, so
he didn't know how to drive.
Sure, it wasn't malice. He just
didn't know how to drive.
Is woefully ill-equipped to perform the task of operating a motor vehicle, unless it was 1991 Geostorm. I don't know, but it wasn't. It was a big old Ford shitbox.
Big old Ford shitbox. They still make those
shitboxes?
The shitboxes?
No. Okay. That's why they're all from the 90s. Like a 1991 Geostorm. Oh my God. I've done it. It's full circle. Anyway, Jerry Butler, he's back on Geostorm. He's like, let me meet the team. The team's like, fuck you. And he's like, well, but I'm Jerry Butler. And they're like, oh shit. Fucking Jerry cool. Bear. What?
But it turns out we've got a spy.
There's a spy. It's a virus.
Virus guy.
There's a virus guy and a spy. And they're turning old Dutch boy, that old bitch, into a gun.
So wait, okay. Here's my question.
Okay.
The guy from the beginning that uploads whatever, and is he the guy that's like, is he the spy or the
guy with the curly hair, the guy that you knew from that other show?
No. The guy that uploads the thing and then gets killed like not long after.
Yeah.
It's like blown out of the.
Yeah.
Was he working with the president or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Makes a little bit more sense.
I think they were probably blackballing him. And then they're like, he didn't want to do it though, so let's go ahead and kill him. Just to be safe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the listener.
Oh, no, not to the viewer either. Like if you you go watch this movie, you'll be like, so why? Why is that?
So wait, what?
Why'd they make this?
Right?
Like nobody has motivation. Jerry Butler has motivation because he just, God damn it, he just wants to be back up on old Dutch girl.
No, he just needs a paycheck.
Yeah. Well, he misses his thing. He made that old bitch Dutch boy, that old girl, that old maven of the skies.
That old lady.
That old woman in the stratosphere. Dutch boy.
All right, what happened next?
What happened next, Dad? Sick, home from school. Tell me a story. It's The Princess Bride. That's what I'm doing. After that, Jerry Butler's like, I think there must be some kind of fucking spy. Because old Dutch boy, that old girl, she wouldn't do this.
Right.
Dutch boy?
She wouldn't cause...
She would never.
So it's causing other...
It's causing smaller geostorms.
Smaller geostorms. Okay.
Right.
So that totally makes sense.
They do explain, they're like, yeah, it's going to do this and all these different storms. And once all those temperatures start to collide, it's going to cause a worldwide storm. A geostorm. But that never happens.
Right. Smaller geostorms. That totally makes sense.
There's just little baby wink.
Because it fucking doesn't.
Yeah, so they're having tiny geostorms. And they're pretty brutal, so it's weird that nobody's like burning Capitol buildings down or anything, because there's just like a giant tidal wave, and there's like there's a room full of rich guys in one room, and like, oh, thank God we're okay. Whew. There's just a sea of dead bodies under the thing.
Most of the population
of
those cities.
Yeah, this is your day after tomorrow's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I wish this was a trend that had died already.
I want it to keep going, I think.
Yeah, you down with disaster movies?
Terrible disaster movies.
Terrible's fine.
Yeah, this was silly fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you hear that?
John, are you fucking kidding me, bro?
What do you got? I remember nothing from this movie.
It's because it's not good. So Jerry Butler, he's like, oh, there's a spy. Somebody's trying to usurp the Dutch boy, that old girl. And they're like, all right, I'm gonna jump through most of it.
Okay.
Because there's a really bland stretch of 38 minutes just in the middle of this where they're like figuring it out. And he's like, the guy, and he's the brother. He sees a girl. He's like, hey, hey, you're a hacker, right? You're a hack. You can hack. And she's like, I crack, baby.
Yeah.
And he's like, why don't you hack for me? And she's like, I'd love to. So now he's got a hacker on the ground or whatever. And Jerry Butler, he's sending him codes, and he's like, I did a spacewalk to get a piece of scraps, and I got the drive, but they didn't know I got the drive. I told them I didn't.
Oh, that's
somebody
right.
tried to kill me.
There's an inside man.
Yeah, there's an inside guy. Somebody pulling the strings.
Oh, a little bit of puppeteer.
That's what's going on with that. Jerry Butler, he's sending him codes. He's like, remember that time we went fishing with Dad?
Oh, yeah, dude. That was fucking weird. Their whole coding system.
Right.
Like, what? It made no sense to me. Did it make sense to you?
Not particularly, but I'll be honest, I was pretty checked out at this point.
Okay.
They have a verbal code system, and he's like, oh, do this on the code on the video thing.
Enter in a 9925741, and you're gonna cut those clips out, and you're gonna
paste them
space
together.
You're gonna paste them together.
Yeah. And
then from that, we're gonna get a secret code that Jerry Butler is telling me, Jerry Butler's brother, and I'm gonna know.
Yeah.
That there's something up.
Something's up.
Something's up. It's fucking stupid, dude.
It's stupid as shit. Also, not how that works. Right. That whole bit where she's like, yeah, let me just plug in these numbers. She just types in like 99743 or whatever. It's just like, boom, chopped up code, or just edited the whole thing together already. Proof, sabotage, government, highest levels, trust no one.
It's like if someone was like, what, hey man, you like science? Well, I was going to go to school for science, but then I didn't.
Yeah.
You fucking hired, dude.
You hired, baby. Can you make a Dutch boy? You make a bit of a Dutch boy? Yep. So somebody's trying to hijack Dutch boy. Why, you ask? Neither do they. You know, they don't know either. They just know they want to do it.
They just know they want to end the world, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
You're going to find out. It's never a good idea. I always wonder when there's like an evil mastermind or whatever who wants to like kill everybody in the world. Like once it's done and you're like, wish I'd get you go to get a soda,
a coffee
or whatever, and the refrigerator's off and you're like, fuck, I gotta go fix the power. And you like go to fix the power and you fucking find the problem. It's at a different facility, so there's an issue elsewhere in the grid. You have to go get a fucking bucket truck and get up in replace a transformer by yourself. At some point, wouldn't you be like, I should have left a couple of people so somebody could hold this flashlight? You know what I mean? Hold a flashlight or be like, hey, hand me that thing.
Yeah, I never understand those villains.
Yeah.
Like what? You're going to do all that?
Mm-hmm. And this time, it's Ed Harris.
Oh, man. The beginning of the film, I was like, Ed Harris is the best thing about this movie.
Yeah.
And by the end, I was like...
Ed Harris is in the other category now.
There's nothing good about this movie.
No. It's like got all...
Here's the thing. Some of the visual effects did not look terrible.
Some of them look good.
But most of it just looked silly. Not bad. I'm not going to say it looked bad.
Silly.
It just looked silly and artificial.
Yeah.
I guess would be the right word. Yeah. I don't know. You spent $120 million.
Isn't this already a movie with like The Rock probably?
And Kevin Hart?
Yeah, probably.
I'm just kidding.
He's a tiny little guy,
and he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and they're friends.
And we've got big guy and tiny guy.
Yep.
And they're gonna.
Even tiny guy, he's good at things.
Well,
also,
yeah, he is. But what about big guy though?
He's big.
He's good.
He's big, strong, scary. Big, strong, scary, sweetie.
He's coming in hot.
He's coming in hot. Big, strong, scary, sweetie, and little man. That's our other movie.
Heyo!
Oh God, we'll get the Coen brothers to direct it.
Oh man!
Big, strong, sweetie, and little man.
Coming this winter or next summer, maybe.
We're not sure. We're not sure if there's going to be time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, good shit.
Okay, so here's another question I have.
Bring it on.
Sorry.
Bring it on.
$120 million budget.
Okay.
Did they spend all of the budget on getting NASA's name?
I don't know, man.
How did they get...
I don't think...
Or maybe NASA's
I think you can just say NASA because it's a government agency that exists. It's like saying bus stop. Like CIA, do you think?
FBI, every show
nobody's got to
uses
pay for that shit, right?
Right.
I wouldn't think so. I think they spent all of their money making the space station CGI stuff.
Yeah.
Because the actual space station in space, Dutch boy,
yeah.
that old
Dutch
girl.
Boy, that old girl.
She looks great.
Yeah.
For a Dutch boy.
Fucking nailed it, man. I'm going to give you 110 on that.
110 on that gag?
Yeah.
On that joke?
You're not even going 100. I'm not going to go 100.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
I like it.
Going 110.
I'm going the extra mile. You're going the extra mile. It's great. It's great.
Mathematically,
we've got ourselves a solid Dutch boy there. Just a solid save the planet. Stop global warming with our comedy. Yeah, so they're having little geostorms, and
which doesn't exist.
Ed Harris, he's like, he's a vice president, but he wants to be the president, so he's going to kill the president with a bazooka.
Oh, shit.
So he can be the president, so he can then destroy the world with Dutch boy, that old girl.
But he shoots the car, and it's not the car. It's a fucking decoy.
It was the car. It's like a self-driving taxi cab, or you can manually drive it.
Oh, I guess I missed that part.
It was a bit, it's not funny or interesting. That's just how they're like, how can we shoot this car with a bazooka and our characters not be dead?
But which is, yes, exactly what they did. But after that, it fucking cracked me up because
he shoots his gun.
He shoots it with a bazooka.
Yeah.
And then it rolls and flips like 20 times. Mm-hmm. And then he pulls a gun on the car like someone survived.
Right, yeah. Like he was going to have to manually dispatch someone. Like he expected them to still be alive is why he drew his gun. Because he drew it aggressively.
Yes.
It wasn't a casual, like, I'm going to make sure nobody's suffering. I'll give him a little pop.
It was aggressive.
It was very aggressive. Like, he was certain there was someone alive in there, in that car, that he was going to have to shoot. Because they would violently attack him if they were alive, obviously.
I guess, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Ed Harris, they're like, you're going to jail. And he's like, I would have got away with it. If it wasn't for you meddling kids. And that Dutch boy. That old girl.
I fucking hate that. He's like, I hate that Dutch boy. Why does they get to play God? You know?
Yeah, he's like, you just ask Mr. Science Boy over here. You love science so much. Why don't you marry it?
Yeah, you little bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, you were playing God? And he's like, you're playing God. We're already playing God. It's
God versus God.
Yeah, it's part of a... I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. Like, all the writing for all of this is just dumb.
All of it.
It's dumb and lazy. There's not one conversation between two people in the entire movie that feels like an authentic conversation, except for maybe the one where Jerry Butler's like in the courtroom or whatever, and that judge guy's like, fucking fuck you, Jerry Butler. And he's like, no, fuck you, man.
But even that is like a very...
Oh, it's played up as fuck, but...
Right, it's
that's the most authentic...
Yeah.
Exchange. The rest of them are like, he's like walking in the place, and the doorman's like, whoa, buddy, I'm the doorman. Credentials, and he's like, I'm so and so, I built Dutch boy, and he's like, oh man, you're a fucking hero, man. Thank you, bro. If there's anything I can ever do for you, I'll fucking do it.
I'll Dutch it.
Yeah, I'll Dutch that boy. I'll Dutch boy. Double Dutch. Boy. Dutch B-O-I. Dutch boy.
Dutch boy.
He's like, Jerry Butler's like, oh, man. Oh, looking at your necktie. I could use that bloody necktie.
That.
Because I just can't quite get it together. All right?
I'm a regular Dutch boy today.
Yeah, I don't know. All the dialogue exchanges are fucking weird.
It's
his
all bad.
daughter, they just like shoehorned the daughter in there. She's in two scenes. Three if you count the outro where she has no lines. She's just like, That's it. She just does a little laugh.
And she also plays the narrator at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, for maybe 120 seconds.
Yeah. Yep. Did we get to the... Are we at the end?
What'd you think about the Geostorms?
The Geostorms. You mean just the storms?
Yeah. Yeah, not like the Metro or...
I don't know. You know, they looked fine, I guess.
Yeah, I thought some of them looked okay. The lightning storm I hated. When they're like, oh, it was a lightning storm at the Democratic National Convention or whatever.
Yeah.
The lightning was like very...
Obviously.
Just lazily done.
Yeah.
It's like the same lightning strike in the same place multiple times back to back to back. They just didn't care. They're like,
like I said, the film doesn't look bad. It just looks fucking just
lazy.
Real fake. Just looks,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
it's fucking crazy that Take Shelter lost money and that this made so much. This is dog shit.
It's got a Jerry Butler in it, baby.
Fucking Jerry Butler is literally the only thing that's going for this movie, and he doesn't have an arc.
But it's got that guy from Misfits, too.
His character arc is maybe he gets a girlfriend.
Right. And then he doesn't.
Yeah.
I would have given it another...
His character arc is he's one of the smartest men on the planet.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it?
That's it, yeah.
So what happens in the end?
They go have a fucking beer or whatever. They leave that girl. They leave the daughter fishing on the dock alone. And she's like, fucking outer space and Dutch boy.
Outer space and Dutch boy.
What,
like,
it goes together like
how's the
peas
world
and carrots.
saved?
Goes together
explain to the listener how the world is saved.
Dude, the world is saved because they rebooted Dutch boy.
After all the satellites shut down.
That old girl.
Right?
They had to shut them all down to purge out the virus. Jerry Butler killed the... He killed the guy. Just like locked him in a room, and then the room fucking caved in. So he got sucked out into space. So effectively murdering him. So Jerry Butler murders that guy, and then they got to purge the virus.
Yep.
And he thinks he's like, oh, I'm not getting off this Dutch boy.
But then he does.
Because that girl is still there, and she's like, I fucking knew it, Jerry Butler.
Yeah.
I knew it.
You think they get together?
I think they're probably gonna smush, and then never talk again.
Okay.
Because she's like, I live here. This is my house. I live on this old Dutch boy. So she probably went back.
You think she went back?
Yeah, that's her home.
There's no Dutch boy anymore, though.
Yeah, it didn't she's saying at the end, she's like, we went back and rebuilt it and made it better. And
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, well. Yeah, just some giant robot that'll fix global warming.
Some giant robot in the sky.
Yeah, giant sky robot.
That'll get it. We'll just put a net around it.
That'll get it. Yeah, that'll get it.
That'll get it.
Yeah.
Sure will enough. All right, what are you going to rate this piece of shit?
If you had to give it Dutch boy thumbs?
If you had 10 Dutch boy thumbs out of 20, but then you took 10 of those away.
Okay, so I got 10. I'm following you. Picking up what you're putting down.
How many Dutch boy thumbs would you give it? On a scale based on how much fun you had?
I give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Because I do have a lot of fun. I have fun with the flaws that are in it. The first mistake I made was the first time I ever sat down and watched this. I rented it at Redbox.
It was as a serious.
I was like, oh man, this is gonna be. It's like I haven't seen one of these disaster movies in a long time. I wonder if they're still good. They're not. They're not.
They're not.
And I was upset. Like, anybody be like, you watch any good movies lately? I'd be like, I watched one. It was bad. And by the end of the conversation, I'm shouting. Was very upset at how fucking stupid this is. But in hindsight now, going into it, knowing it's stupid, having no expectations for it, it is kind of fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun poking fun at it. You would get a higher rating for me if it was a bit briefer. Because there is kind of 30 minutes that drags really slow.
They could have easily made this an hour 25.
Yeah, just dial up the spectacle at least, motherfucker. Or
take out some of the
trim 15 minutes maybe.
Trim off the fat on the dialogue.
Yeah, between it's not good anyway.
Between
sexually aggressive guy and cop.
Yeah,
cop lady.
Well, she's not a cop. I mean, she's a part of the Secret
Service. Yeah,
but yeah. Trim some of that fat. Bring an hour 49 down to an hour, even in hour 30, and it's already better.
I'm sure Jerry Butler is a very reasonably intelligent man, but I do not buy him for 1 minute as a super genius engineer.
No,
that built a spaceship that saved the world.
Right.
He's just not putting off that vibe.
Nope. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not saying he's a bad cast, but I'm just not buying that. So I don't know. It's like, what is in that those Transformers movies? They put Mark Wahlberg in there, like he's just like some sort of brilliant engineer.
I think it is a bad cast, though. I think it is because I mean,
who would you get to build a Dutch boy?
To build a Dutch boy?
That old girl.
How about a Scoop McNairy?
A Scoop McNairy? Is that made up? Are you making that up?
No.
I get Clifton Collins Jr.
He's more of a comedic role. I think.
No, he'd be one of the other people. Like, I lead up robotics. It'd just be Clifton Collins Jr. Like some of the at the end of the movie, the guy that's like from Mexico, he comes and he like saves his ass with the space shuttle or whatever.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" Like they're old friends. He exchanged dialogue twice. Like they don't even know. They are total strangers.
Scoop McNairy.
Okay.
Come on, that's your lead right there.
Yeah, I could have seen that. He's pretty dreamy.
I'm not even. I don't know if
it's a fucking aggressive mustache.
I don't know. I wouldn't say dreamy, but he's good in. I mean, he's just a good actor. I think.
What else is he in?
He was in.
What might I recall him from?
He was in 12 Years a Slave. He was in Argo.
Oh, I like Argo.
Monsters, which I did not watch. Not familiar with that. He was in.
I watched 10 minutes of Minari today. That's a later segment.
Oh, I want to see that.
It looked really good. I'm like, it's back up at the top of my list.
I want to see that so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scoop McNairy would be good. I would get when I think of somebody who's like just an absolute fucking brilliant engineer, because I used to work for a brilliant engineer, and he's fucking weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people that are that hyper intelligent are just weird.
He could play that.
Yeah, I think he could pull that off.
He's not really a pretty boy, you know?
No. What, do you have another picture of him that's not like a underwear, but like a fabric softener commercial?
Just that mustache every time.
Give me a little zoomy zoom. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm down for that. Scoop McNairy, or
if you got somebody else, I want to.
No,
hear
I'm
it.
just gonna think of an. No, actually, you know what? I will cast his brother.
Okay.
Oh shit, dude! Daniel Day-Lewis with a mustache would be a dead ringer for his older brother.
Ooh,
you like that?
And you know who could play the daughter
of Daniel Day-Lewis? Viggo Mortensen.
The deer from Captain Fantastic as Viggo Mortensen.
Yes.
No, the daughter, Gerard Butler's daughter. I feel like Chloe Grace Moretz, or however you say it. Yeah.
Yep.
Kick-Ass.
Yep. Oh, Chloe Grace Moretz, or yeah. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Yeah, she'd be good. I was thinking older too. Thomasin McKenzie.
Yeah.
From Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
She'd be a good cast.
She's really great.
And Last Night in Soho, which I'm also looking forward to watching.
Who else? I mean, I guess the other cast members don't really matter. But I feel like the one chick's
just need to replace the lead with somebody I buy as being hyper intelligent. And you need to replace the brother because he's just bad. Yeah. And you really don't even need the daughter. Like, if you want to keep it in there, fine. You could easily recast it with anybody.
Well, you can keep the daughter the same. Yeah, she was fine.
She's barely in it.
Right.
She's like, oh man, my dad just can't get it together.
Would you get?
And she's like, I don't want you to go to a Dutch boy. And he's like, I gotta go to that old girl. And she's like, fucking goddamn it, you piece of shit. And then he goes, and then she cries, and then he's home, and they're sitting on a dock fishing.
Would you replace the cheap who'd I say?
Replace Ed Harris though. There's no reason for Ed Harris to be in this.
Yeah, that's true.
You could go you go slightly funnier, and you could get Danny McBride. Like get him a little salt and pepper, a little gray in the temples. You know what I mean?
Dan McBride. I don't know if that would really fit this, but
no. Well,
does anything fit this?
Anything would fit this
Right.
because it's just kind of whatever anyway.
Would you replace the cheap Scarlett Johansson knockoff to get Scarlett Johansson? The chick that's what's his name's
the CIA the
and just not have like she's like
service.
She's like a fucking almost a background character.
She is almost a background character. She's got fucking agency though. She drives that car like a badass. They do a little fast.
No.
Furious,
I'm saying like get Scarlett Johansson, but you dial down that character's screen time, and you're like, holy shit, that's Scarlett Johansson, but she's not in it that much.
Just take out ScarJo for a walk on.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I can see that working out.
I can see that.
I love it when in a movie they'll just get somebody who's like super famous that has a 5-second scene.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're just in there to get a coffee and they're like, oh, excuse me.
Like who was it in one of the superhero movies? Was it Matt Damon?
Matt Damon's doing the thing about wiping his ass in the Deadpool movie.
He's Deadpool
like,
movie.
Get your TP and then get your little Huggies, all natural fucking wet wipes. That's your main course. You know, if you got a hair dryer, give yourself a little blowy afterwards. It's fucking ridiculous.
Is it somebody else? Is there?
No, Matt Damon's he's in Thor Ragnarok too.
So it's somebody else then. Somebody in Deadpool plays one of the superheroes, right? And he gets killed like immediately.
That's Brad Pitt.
He
plays the Vanisher. Who's like an invisible,
guy.
That's what
like. That's so
like they have
funny,
Brad
man.
Pitt for like 3 seconds on screen. That's it.
Like I love that he agreed to do that. He's like, yeah, that's fucking fun. Sure.
You know what I think I like about Brad Pitt? He's just a very regular man.
Yeah.
He's just a regular ass.
He's just a dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it just doesn't care.
Is he into some weird shit? Probably.
Yeah.
But
most dudes I know are.
Yeah, that's true.
You know some weird shit? Yeah.
I like putting peeps on all of my feet.
Huh.
All 2 of them.
Okay.
On my toes. That's what I meant.
And then I walk around the house saying, peep feet, peep feet.
I like putting peeps on all my toes.
Just the most specific thing.
Peep toes, peep
feet.
Watch out for peep toes. Coming through.
All right, I gotta make a drink. Time out.
I gotta pee so bad. And I need a beer.
We had to take a little tiny break. I had to make a drink.
Yeah.
You had to pee.
Had to get beers.
We were talking about peep feet. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Peep toes.
I mean, I think we're pretty much over talking about this movie. We're just having fun at this point.
Did we rate it? Did you rate it?
No.
Fuck.
That was where we left off.
Did I give it a 7.5?
You did.
I gave it 7.5. What do you? How many Dutch thumbs?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
8? Okay.
I had a lot of fun with this. Just because it's so fucking stupid.
It's real bad.
That it's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not the worst thing.
This is a movie you would watch ironically.
Yes.
Not for like shock laugh value. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to watch this because you like film and the art of storytelling. And you can watch this as something you can just like scream at the whole time it's on. And be like, this doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that though? You wouldn't.
But I wonder if they almost were like, hey, check this out. Watch this. Watch what we did here.
Right. It's going to make a shitload of money. You know how we do it? Jerry Butler.
Gerard Butler. I'm sorry, Jerry. Sorry.
Yeah, Gerald.
Gerald
Butlers.
Gerald's Game. That's what they should have called it. Gerald's Game.
You seen that movie?
No.
It's pretty good. Gerald's Game?
I haven't.
It's pretty good. I'll give you the synopsis. It's a dude and his wife have a very tumultuous relationship, and they go to a little getaway to a cabin, and she thinks maybe he's going to kill her.
Oh.
Right.
It's a Stephen King novel,
He
right?
ties her up for some freaky sex stuff, and then he has a heart attack and dies.
Yeah, it's a Stephen King novel.
Yeah, so they're out in the middle of nowhere. She's tied up to a bed, and she just has a dead corpse on her.
Right.
Yeah, this is pretty good, though.
Nice.
I like the lady that always, it's not, she always reminds me of Sally
Fields,
yeah, with an S. Like
with an S.
More than one.
More than one field.
Mm.
Is her name Carla?
Yep.
Whatever that last name is?
Yeah, she's got kind of a young Sally Fields thing going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. She's good in it, though. Like, well, I mean, because the movie is primarily
just her.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just do a double take on... Oh, it is Sally Field. I thought it was Fields.
Oh, shit. I was talking about all the Sally Fields.
Oh, all of them, just
like
as a collective.
Every woman in the world named Sally Field, all of them collectively. Sally Fields, she's great. That old Dutch boy. 7.5 and an 8 for Geostorm.
Geoshitstorm.
Play the thing.
Hey, what you watching?
Hey, what you been? What's Danny? What's Danny been doing?
Where you been? I have actually got a lot of stuff to touch on in this segment this week.
All right, let's do it.
I watched a movie called Old Henry that is right up your fucking alley.
You told me about that, and I added it to my list. All right, so this is on Prime Video right now, and I will probably be renting this soon.
This is worth your rental. It's worth every cent of it. And mostly because Tim Blake Nelson is just a fucking
love Tim Blake Nelson.
He's lightning in a bottle. And this being the only thing I've seen Steven Dorff in since Blade 2.
He's been in a couple things, actually.
I'm sure he has, but he's very good in this. And he's not normally like... fucking hated Steven Dorff when I was a kid. I was like, this fucking sleazeball.
Yeah, he wasn't a...
He's just always fucking sleazy, and he's kind of a...
fucking...
Yeah, like, I just want to turn the whole world into vampires.
He's a very, like... He's very, like, Steven Dorffy, you know?
Right, yeah. It's because you can use his name as an adjective. That's what I don't like about him. Got Trace Adkins in it, boy, I'll tell you what.
Shit, goddamn look out, boy.
Yes, sir. And, yeah, a couple other randos, but... It was fantastic, man. Okay. I really, really liked it a lot. He's a quiet farmer, and he has a run-in with some outlaws, and that's it. And he's more than meets the eye.
Okay,
but it's a fun twist on a actual historical, not an event, but a historical anomaly or whatever. It'd be like, well, what if this didn't happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How some people are like, what if Hitler's still alive? He's not, but what if he was?
Right.
In Argentina.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's that kind of shit. It's great, though. I think you'd really enjoy it. Also watched Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It's great. Which was really good. Because Black Widow was fine. Like, I'm a big Marvel fanboy. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I know we don't do a bunch of them on this show. I think we've only ever done one. It's because I don't want to fangirl out too hard.
Is it boy or girl?
We'll do them. Huh?
You said fanboy first. And then
yeah. Well, I think of fanboys as like sweaty apologists. And I don't do that. I'm just like,
yes, queen.
Yes, queen. Yes, so that's why we don't do a bunch of the Marvel movies. However, Shang-Chi is really like a... return to form for like what it means to just go see a Marvel movie, and it's just a fun independent adventure. You know what I mean? Like, is the world at risk? Yeah, because it usually is. It doesn't have to be, though.
Right.
Like in this instance, it's the world is threatened, but there's never really any like... It's more casual, it's fun, it's breezy, the characters are fun, the writing's great, the action's great. The martial arts are fucking top shelf. There's cool, fanciful, fucking sweet shit, and it's funny. That's all the things I want from a Marvel movie. Black Widow, not that funny, little depressing. Action was barely subpar.
Damn.
Like, not that it's bad. I enjoyed the Black Widow movie, but I wasn't like, I didn't love it. You know what I mean? I expected to love it, and I didn't love it. It was just fine.
Right.
And then I watched Shang-Chi, and I was like, I love this. Like, this is great. Because now they have Eternals out, and that didn't, that's not getting great reviews. It's getting some where people are like, I don't know what everybody hates about it. I thought it was fine. So, but it's still just being fine is like, I don't want it to be fine. I want it to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shang-Chi is great. Like, it's worth it. You would enjoy it. It's an isolated adventure. You don't have to know anything else about it. It's just a fun flick.
I will, let's see, is that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
That's the one, baby. If you're down for double penetration, you got that DP, that Disney Plus. That Disney Plus, that deep puss.
It has the beautiful, and I mean, when I say beautiful, I mean otherworldly. I mean,
are you talking about Aquafina?
Oh, Aquafina. Ben Kingsley. Just.
Oh, man, what a dreamboat.
God damn.
I actually modeled my hairstyle. I'm trying to do a Ben Kingsley thing.
Oh, okay.
Is that, you see it? There's a really funny bit in the movie because he's like he's in the MCU movies. Right. You know what I mean? And he's a drug addict, and his name is Trevor, and he's like, his brain is just rattled. You know what I mean? He's burnout, and he's like, I always wanted to be an actor. He's giving this lovely speech about how he's like, when I was a kid, I was watching Planet of the Apes, and I turned to my mom and I said, how do they do that? And she said, it's acting. And he thought, wow, so those monkeys are just acting like they can ride those horses. He goes, it still drives me crazy to this day. I still don't quite understand it. I don't know. Those monkeys were just acting like they knew how to ride horses. And like, he misconstrued those are people in suits.
Right.
Those are real monkeys. They're merely acting like they know how to ride horses. No, he's delightful.
Oh,
I really enjoyed that.
That's great. I will also add that to my list.
Also
I did not know that was a thing. I'm not gonna lie.
What, Shang-Chi?
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, it's really fun. It's a fun little adventure. Is it as humorous as like a Thor Ragnarok? Not quite, man. But it's kind of on the same page.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I also watched The Card Counter.
That sounds familiar.
It should. It's got Oscar Isaac in it.
Oh, okay.
It's a Martin Scorsese joint.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was really good.
Okay. And Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish.
Sheridan?
Tiffany Haddish has got bangs in it. Not crazy about those bangs, Tiffany Haddish. But otherwise,
Willem Dafoe?
That's right. Willem Dafoe.
That's who I was thinking of. Man, it's got some decent reviews. Not bad.
I liked it. It's a slow burn, though.
Okay, slow burn.
Yeah.
2.5 hours, probably?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's only 2 hours. Okay.
Really? It was like, I remember getting to like the last 10 minutes of it and going like, how in the fuck is this? How are they going to wrap this up in 10 minutes?
I feel like I do that a lot, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me because, okay, so when I go into a lot of media, I don't think about, I don't know, I think I just enjoy what I'm viewing, you know?
Well, this was like, I had to pee really bad, so I paused it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, there's only 10 minutes left. And then I was peeing and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, how's that? How do in 10?
How do? And then sometimes it's like they wrap it up in the final 5 minutes.
It's not rushed though. It's a very gratifying ending to a very gratifying, strange movie. It's like we'll have you wondering the entire time. Willem Dafoe.
Well, I've got a few things to add to my list.
And you know what? I think I've actually watched something else too, but I can't recall what. Oh, last one. This is the last one for me.
Got you.
I started and finished watching the Cowboy Bebop live action Netflix series. Seems to be pretty 50-50, loved and hated out there. I'm loving it. I think it's really well cast, and I think the way that it's shot is actually my favorite part about it. Like, it's almost 1-to-1 to the original, like, manga and anime series.
Yeah.
like the shots are almost 1-to-1. You know what I mean? Like the camera shots to the comic book frame panels. It's great. And it's John Cho. John Cho, he's hamming it up. He's got lines. He's a sarcastic kind of asshole.
Did you say John Hamm?
John Cho. Did I say John Hamm? Oh, I said Johnny's hamming it up. Okay, gotcha.
I was doing a thing. Sorry.
Yo soy John Hamm.
St. Louis's own John
St.
Hamm.
Louis's own John. Is he from St. Louis? That son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like just a news anchor. You know what I mean?
He does.
He's
a beautiful man, though.
He's a beautiful man. Oh, he's such a son of a bitch too. I love him. Love old John Hamm.
Inside you, there are two
John Hamms. One of them's like John Hamm from Mad Men. The other one's John Hamm from another thing
that John Hamm is in.
Man,
oh man,
how mad is fucking Aaron Eckhart
that he's not John Hamm?
That John Hamm started working in Hollywood. Because Aaron Eckhart was John Hamm.
He was the John Hamm.
He was the John Hamm before John Hamm, and John Hamm showed up. He's like, sorry, pal.
He's like, God damn it.
God damn that Hamm.
At least Aaron Eckhart got thank you for smoking in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's a banger.
He got that in.
I watched another really weird movie with him and Tommy Lee Jones where they're like, yes. Like paranoid conspiracy theory guys.
Really?
Yeah, like living in the desert, like making a podcast about UFO sightings and shit, and there's a murder. It was real weird.
What? I need you to remember the name of this real quick.
Aaron Eckhart and see here, hold on. Let's try this. Movie with Aaron Eckhart and Tommy Lee Jones.
Wander is a 2020 movie directed by April Mullen, starring Aaron Eckhart, Tommy Lee Jones, and Catherine Winnick.
What is it? Wanderers?
Hired to investigate a suspicious death in the town of Wander, a paranoid private eye with a troubled past becomes convinced that the case is linked to the same conspiracy and cover-up that caused the death of his daughter. Wander.
From what year?
2020. Dude, him and Tommy Lee Jones are looking crazy as fuck in this.
It's got pretty bad reviews.
Oh, it's not good. No, it's not good. I just wanted to be clear. No, I'm saying it's a movie I watched, not that it was good. just that I viewed it on the telly.
You watch a lot of bad movies, don't you?
I watch a lot of movies, period, man. I would rather watch a movie than a TV show any day. Because I like a really good self-contained story.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's what happens when you watch a bunch of movies is it turns out unless you specifically are looking for a good movie every time, because then you're going to be like, you flip on Netflix, you're like, I'm going to watch a good movie I've never seen. Good luck. Be fucking scrolling for hours, bitch.
That's what I do.
I don't do that. I like a scroll of like the first thing that I'm like, it's mildly interesting. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
But I can't spend my time watching a bad movie all the time.
Oh, no. Heavens, no. Just told you about 3 bangers that I just watched.
Excuse me, heavens, no. I'm doing a thing with my glasses because I'm an old man. Heavens, no.
Or to Betsy.
Daniel.
Well, what say you? What you been? Ooh,
Danny, what you?
Oh, Birdman.
So for the 3rd time, I started Skyrim.
Been reading the Bible.
I started Skyrim.
Skyrim
job.
Skyrim job. Skyrim.
And I'm actually sticking with it this time. So that's it's okay, you know.
I'm trying to play The Witcher 3. I mean, you and I text about this, but I'm telling the people so they know. I got The Witcher 3. I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I am enjoying it, but I am having a really hard time with the controls.
And the combat.
Yeah.
It's
the combat.
The controls and the combat, it's kind of, yeah. It's a little difficult to get used to.
And there's baddies everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're fucking all over. Like, I can't fucking go anywhere and
just
be like...
skip past some of them.
I've figured that out. Because some of them, it's like, oh, it's got a little skull, which means it'll kill the shit out of you. And I was like, fuck.
That's an RPG, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with Skyrim. Sometimes I'm like, nope, just keep going. You can't do that yet.
Maybe I should have got Skyrim instead of The Witcher 3. I'm liking the options for the game but because it's a long game and I know it's a time sink, I'm like, I might be playing this for like a year. So sorry if you can hear my dog barking, by the way. It's too hot in here, so I open the window.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody listens to this shit anyway. Got him.
This episode's going to be like 3 hours long.
No, it's fine.
I'm just kidding. So I've been playing Skyrim. Still reading Butcher's Crossing. Feel like the last time we were recording, I was like, I need to read more, and then I just didn't. Because I'm an asshole.
I need to read ever. I read some more of Watchmen. I read it.
Nice.
2 pages.
2 pages.
Because me and Alicia were getting ready to go out, and she's like, I'm going to go get ready. And I was like, oh, I got time. Let me bust this out. And I read 2 pages. She's like, I'm ready. And I was like, oh. All right, then. Then let's go. And I haven't read anymore because...
You're a piece of shit?
I'm a piece of shit, yeah. just a big old piece of shit.
Oh, man.
This is why I say, like, for reading material for me, I like something that I can finish in 2 or 3 days.
Right.
That's my sweet spot. It's hard for me to finish long stuff because I just don't.
Here's the thing. I don't mind reading a long novel, but I like the chapters to be shorter. So when I get to a book that's like 1 chapter, 50 pages, I'm like, fuck, where am I going to break this up? You know what I mean?
And that's part of the reason it's taken me so long to read Watchmen is because I read it 1 book at a time. Like, it's made up of however many books that whole thing is. I'm really fucking enjoying it, man. I need to just one day be like, all right, I'm going to go in the other room for 3 hours.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
And finish it.
Right.
It wouldn't even take me 3 hours to finish it. But the artwork's so, like, reading comic books is its own special thing because you
appreciate
take your time, you soak in the artwork and the way it's put together and all the details of the description of the picture and also the dialogue and the backstory and blah, 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 blah. It's fucking...
Yeah, I mean, somebody put a lot of work into that. You know what I mean? The art, the story, like, all of it. Like, I can understand. I'm not a comic book, fan.
When I'm done with Watchmen, I'm going to read Mouse. And supposedly it's quite good. It's the only graphic novel to have ever won a Pulitzer.
Damn.
Right. So...
Must be pretty decent.
I think it's about World War II, concentration camps.
Boy. Yeah. Other than playing Skyrim, haven't been up to a whole lot, not going to lie. Been enjoying some time off, a few days off, listening to some good tunes.
Let's hear those recommends, baby. We got for the people.
The band Delta Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
They just put a new album out called Spring Island.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. It's good shit.
It's pretty good.
It's a little more chill.
Jesus Christ!
Are you kidding me?
I will fucking shut that window right now.
I will fuck you.
Maybe it is a little bit more chill, but it's also I don't know. It's
that's what I was saying. It's a little more chill than I normally go in for, but I liked it, which is normally I'm like, ugh. I have a hard time maintaining the interest with something that's like just so chill and mellow.
Monotone.
I get bored with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Because I probably have ADHD. But
I was just going to say, I think you do. Maybe.
Yeah. Could be.
I don't know. You want to talk about it or what?
Not really.
I'm just kidding.
I saw a thing. It was like, I'm going as for Halloween, I'm just going to go as a former gifted child. And when somebody asks me what I'm supposed to be, I'm going to tell them I was supposed to be a lot of things. I was like, that's fucking perfect. Am I a doctor or a lawyer? No.
It's just Dr. Whatever.
If I had to mention.
Or, sorry, Dr. Whoever.
Yeah, Dr. Whoever.
That's what we should go as a
We should do a Dr. Whoever ad after this. Sunday nights, NBC at 7 p.m. Dr. Whoever.
Starring. Wait.
In his time-traveling 1991 Geostorm. That's right. Quick, get in the 1991 Geostorm.
It'll protect you.
It's a roll the window down. Like, it's a manual.
Wait, is the 1991 Geostorm the time device? Like, is it the time machine?
Yeah, that's like his TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So wherever he is, he like, he shows up at, like, during the potato famine in Ireland and the fucking whenever. And he's just like, he has a 1991 Geostorm, and everybody's like, it's not out of place. Like, they're like, whatever, it's fine. I love it. Before the invention of because, like, that's the thing with Doctor Who, that police call box or whatever.
Yeah.
It kind of never looks out of place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what time period it's in. It always kind of just fits.
Oddly. Especially in England.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Jolly old.
Jolly good time.
They're not going
to take that shit down.
No, fucking love the
fuck out of here.
I love police call box. Love that shit.
Yeah. Shit's everywhere.
It's a weird story with those things. You know what those are for? It was like a payphone. But also, if you were a cop and you needed to lock somebody up, you could lock them up in there overnight and leave them. They were a lockable phone booth, essentially.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Weird.
Thanks.
You're welcome,
Daniel.
You're welcome. Anything else you've been getting into? Anything else you fancy?
No, not really. Still watching Baskets. I think I'm on the last season. Other than that, no, I don't think so, brother. I think I'm.
I watched a little more. What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay,
it's quite good. Doug recommended the council episode, the episode with the vampire council or whatever. It's great.
Nice.
It's a lot of really great cameos in one episode for just a weird little TV show. Like Tilda Swinton and Pee Wee Herman and Wesley Snipes are just in an episode.
Hey, speaking of Pee Wee.
Yeah. Oh.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that phone talk for a one-eyed Batman.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin, business is booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
It's weird as a taller person, like the splash factor when you're peeing really sucks.
Well, I'm a violent peer.
So it doesn't matter
how tall I am or not. Like, when I it's like, I just have a huge bladder. You know what I mean? Like, I can store a lot of liquid in there. So when I do have to pee, though, it's like, we're peeing.
Forceful.
We're fucking
very
peeing.
forceful.
We're fucking peeing, baby. It's pee time. Get ready.
It's not me time. It's pee time.
It's pee time. Get ready to get whizzed. You know,
and wet.
Yeah, it's getting whizzed and wet.
See, I'm years old, and I'm still like, how do I pee without getting pee all over me?
right. It's like, man, because I don't go out to bars much, but I remember one time we were real drunk, and I was like, I went in the bathroom, and it's like I was pissing. I got done pissing, and I was like washing my hands. I was like, I had fucking piss. Like, I just had piss all over me. I'm like, what the fucking shit is this? So I'm like in there, there's other dudes coming and taking a piss. I'm like washing my arms.
Like you just committed a murder or something.
Right.
They're like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Got a fucking DNA scrub down.
Make sure you got a beer on deck.
Got that dick beer.
Dick beer. Is this too close? Is this close enough?
That looks like perfect closeness.
Perfect closeness?
It looks like it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tight as fuck.
Nailed it.